have decided to do the fall tag that's been kind of circulating around. I think the original person that created it was Jaclyn Hill, but there's always some kind of like fall tag. Usually, I think last year it was the sweater wetter tag, so I feel like I needed to do it because not only did the questions seem like a lot of fun and everything, but I live in Vermont, and right now it's like at the peak of the fall, the leaves changing. It's just so beautiful. I'm gonna try to insert some pictures for you, but it's always so much more beautiful in person than I could capture on camera. But I will absolutely try to insert some pictures of a lot of the trees that are changing colors here. So I just felt like the need to do it because it's absolutely 100% fall here in New England. And I also felt like it was a good way for you guys to get to know me better, because I hardly ever do like tag videos or get to know me sort of videos. So without further ado, I'm gonna get into the first one, and the first one is, I do not have my favorite candle, unfortunately, but without a doubt, it's the PF Candle Company. They make soy-based, natural ingredient candles, and the wicks are natural as well, because I'm really trying to steer clear from any of the other unnatural candles because of chemicals that they put out into the air and things like that. So that's why I love PF Candle Company. I recently discovered them over the summer through Chelsea Ware's her shop Anime, and she sells them there. And my favorite one, without a doubt, is the teak wood and tobacco candle. It has everything in it. It has a little bit of fall in there, a little bit of earthy in there, a little bit of masculinity. It's just a wonderful smelling candle that honestly I would burn all year round, but it definitely is a candle that when you burn it, it's just very warm and cozy. So yeah, PF Candle Company's teak wood and tobacco, and I'll put a link to their shop below, and any of the other kind of information I can give to you guys I'll put below as well. I think I'm not the only one that couldn't choose just one, so I have 3. I tried to mark it down to 2, but one of them I want to share with you guys was the one I wore last year, all year round. I just feel like I need to share it because I didn't do a tag video last year, and I would absolutely be wearing it this year if it wasn't for this new one I discovered. But I had to mention it, and it's Anna by the NARS line. It's the NARS Audacious lipsticks, and this is in the color Anna. And I wore it all fall last year. It just is such a beautiful color. It was like all the rave last year, and there it is right there. To me, it was like one of the very first kind of grayish mauvey pink lipsticks that came out that's now like everywhere. But to me, it was like one of the first ones, and it was just so unique in its time last year. But now you can find a lot of cosmetic companies wear them. So yes, NARS Anna absolutely is an honorable mention. And this year, however, I would absolutely 100% say ColourPop Bumble by ColourPop, I should say. And if you guys watched my favorites video, September favorites, and my ColourPop haul, I've mentioned it numerous times. Since those 2 videos, I have bought a backup, and I think I'll buy another backup next month, and then I'm done. Like, I think having 3 of them will be enough. So there is Bumble, and it's without a doubt going to be my favorite fall lipstick of all time. next to Anna. Another honorable mentions I'm going to mention is Clueless, ColourPop's Clueless. I'm wearing it today. It's very similar to Anna. I'll swatch it next to Anna, but I would say Anna is definitely more pigmented, but when I swatch them, they're exactly alike. So there's Anna and there's Clueless. I guess Clueless is showing up a bit more pink, but the swatches are deceiving because Anna is just, it's like Clueless, but a bit more gray, a bit more pink. It's just Clueless, what am I trying to say? Anna is just like Clueless on steroids a little bit, if that makes sense. So there they are. I'm a big coffee drinker. I drink it all year around, but and you know, people are going to say like the Starbucks pumpkin lattes and gingerbread lattes, and I've tried all of them and they're all great, but I really had to think what drink I've been having like for years that I just love during the fall. And without a doubt, it's the, and I have a packet of it here just to show you guys, it's Earl Grey tea. And this is just one I pick up whenever I'm at Target. It's the Tazo one. Their Earl Grey is excellent. However, I would say my all-time favorite Earl Greys is by Twinings. You can get those at any of your local grocery stores. Twinings makes a great Earl Grey, and the Teavana stores that kind of are here and there at different malls, they make an amazing Earl Grey because it's like the loose leaf ones and everything. So without a doubt, I would say Earl Grey tea. Once again, I think these questions, it's really tricky, especially if you're a makeup guru. It's hard to choose just one favorite blush or favorite lipstick, so I chose two, and one of them, once again, I wore non-stop last year, and then I have a new one that I recently got that I'm absolutely going to wear a lot this year. So my sort of honorable mention, or my favorite one from last year, was NYX's blush in Terracotta. It's just the epitome. It's like fall leaves in a blush form. It's just absolutely beautiful. I'll swatch it for you guys. I was not expecting to love it as much, especially from like, I guess like a drugstore blush. To me, it's very competitive with like Chanel blushes and everything. So there is Terracotta just on the cheeks. It's very glowy, very warm, like the name implies, a terracotta sort of color, even more warm when you wear it on your cheeks, especially if you have like yellow undertones. So absolutely, without a doubt, NYX's Terracotta blush is my favorite, all-time favorite blushes for the fall. However, I recently picked up the Becca blush in Songbird. This has been on my wish list for like a couple of months now, and once again, there it is on the pan, sorry. Once again, it's just a lovely sort of terracotta, peachy, earthy, warm sort of blush. So it's just, so there's NYX's Terracotta and there's Songbird. The swatches, once again, are coming up very similar. It's just Songbird isn't as, what am I trying to say, as sheen-like as Terracotta is, but there's, since it is a mineral powder blush, it's definitely got some hints of sheen in it, but these two are just scream fall on your cheeks to me. So clothing item, that was a really difficult one for me because I love sweaters, I love scarves. My favorite type of fashion of all time is fall fashion. I love little booties with like a bold color legging, like brown booties with like a maroon legging and a skirt and blazers. I just love it all. But I have to say my all-time favorite fall item ever are my Frye boots. I just got these not too long ago, but I've been wanting Frye boots for, I think I've been wanting a pair of Frye boots for like 6 years, and I just kept putting it off. I was like, they're just too expensive, what have you, but I finally broke down and got a pair, and these, I will be wearing these until like I'm on crutches and I can't walk anymore. Like, I love them so much. These are the Campus 14Gs. They're now discontinued. I got super lucky and found like the last pair online that I could find after searching for days in my size. So they still make the Campus 14Ls. The only difference is the Gs have like a more sturdier grip sole, and I just felt like that was the best option for me, like living in a high inclement weather environment in New England with the snow and everything. I just felt like it would be a smarter choice. But yes, absolutely, my Frye boots without a doubt are my favorite fall clothing item. That's a difficult one because if you guys are following me on Instagram, I'll put that information below. You know that I'm sort of doing a scary movie fest. I do it every October, starting October 1st. I watch scary movies, are like my favorite movies of all time. I don't know why. Like, I love movies. I love indie movies and what have you. I'm just like a movie buff, but for some reason I just love, and when I say scary, I don't mean like gory scary movies. I mean just like suspense and like Edward Scissorhands, Beetlejuice, sort of Tim Burton type of movies, just anything kind of in that genre. So every October I watch nothing but sort of Halloween-esque sort of movies up until the end, you know, up until Halloween, and then I watch Halloween on Halloween, of course. But I would have to say, aside from all my like movies I love to watch in the fall, like The Labyrinth and things like that, like my all-time favorite would have to be Practical Magic, and it came out like in the mid to late 90s. It has Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman, and they play witches that are sisters, and just, I love everything about that movie. It's not really like fall based, I guess you could say, because they're witches and things like that, but as far as like the scenery, it's not really fall, but I just love it so much. And I actually did a Google search and it was actually listed as a fall movie, so that kind of got me excited as well. But if you haven't seen it, just watch it because it's amazing. Like, their house is beautiful. It's like my dream house, and like the clothing and just the scenery is just really beautiful. I hate to be like so cliche because I'm sure a lot of people are, maybe not, I don't know, but I'm like a Walking Dead fan. I love Walking Dead. It's just, you know, my all-time favorite fall TV show. Other than that, I really don't watch a lot of TV. I feel like I'm kind of behind in that aspect because I usually watch Netflix, so I'm not really sure like what's up to date in the fall. But if New Girl comes out in the fall, I would have to say New Girl. I also love watching like reruns of Buffy the Vampire Slayer and things like that. So yeah, those are some of my favorite kind of fall TV shows. When it comes to Thanksgiving dinner or things, I love everything about Thanksgiving food. Like, growing up kind of in the South, like, food is just really important, especially for Thanksgiving. So I love it all. I love the turkey, I love the stuffing, but I would actually have to say my all-time favorite would be pumpkin pie. Like, I love it. And this year I'm gonna go out and buy like the real pie pumpkins and make my own homemade from scratch pumpkin pie. I'm talking about everything from scratch, from the crust to the pie puree to everything. So I'll let you guys know how that works out. But yeah, I would say I love it all, but my top would be pumpkin pie. And then the last question, Halloween costume. I don't know if it's just because I've gotten older and I don't have kids yet, but I haven't really dressed up in a number of years for Halloween, even though I really do enjoy Halloween. Usually I stay at home and watch the movie Halloween or other scary movies. But I would say, looking back, I remember like my first year out of high school, or first 2 years out of high school going into college, my friends and I, we made these like elaborate costumes, even though we had no idea what we were doing. And mine was, I was a wood fairy, because we were just really into that kind of stuff back then. And I bought like these pipings, and the wings were like huge, and I had like these brown wings with like ivy leaves all around, and I had like this brown crazy makeup. So that was like the most like elaborate costume I made myself and wore. Unfortunately, I don't have pictures, so I remember what it looked like in my mind, but I don't have pictures, unfortunately. Some friends of mine might have them, and I also would have to say another favorite costume I wore, I was kind of like Stevie Nicks. I wore like the top hat, and I bought like, it was before internet. You could buy stuff off the internet, so I went to like every clothing shop I could find to find this top hat and this like chiffon outfit, and I still have this chiffon outfit. And everybody thought I was like a magician. They didn't really quite get it, but yeah, so I would say being the wood fairy and kind of Stevie Nicks were my top favorite Halloween costumes. That is it for the fall tag. This was really enjoyable. I really liked the questions that Jaclyn Hill posted. I thought it was just really fun, and you kind of got to know people a little bit better. So I have a few friends here in the makeup YouTube community that I want to tag. A few of them I think I've already done it, because this tag has been floating around for quite a while now. Not quite a while, but like a month or so. But I'll put their names below. If you've done this tag, put your channel below, and I'd love to watch it. So I think that's it, and I'll see you guys soon, and have a wonderful fall. Bye.